and they tried their best to wipe me away from the earth, but I'm still here.
There you go. As far as with this look,
And they lied and lied and lied and said this and said that. All I did was crack. I never ever smoked no more than $30 at one time in crack. I'm not one of those $300. That would drive me crazy. I only inhaled just a small amount of that when I did do it.
Here we go.
Whoa, when I make it, this one ain't better for y'all. Out there playing game right, and I put this on my mama down. See, this was for the dead out the street life.
and Kelly, once
Hi.
again, we are back.
Yeah.
First and foremost, how have you been since the last time we spoke?
I've been okay. I've got a small little apartment that, kind of put a little bit more spark in my life. And I'm just dealing with it.
There you go.
That's it, that's all.
And I remember you said you were trying to get an apartment last time we spoke. So congratulations on just kind of getting the upbeat. Is going to be you by yourself or?
By myself.
Okay.
I've always been by myself.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Now, the last time we spoke, there was one thing I wanted to touch base on, which I wasn't picking up what you were saying. As you were telling us your story, you were speaking on, as far as possible racism that you were experiencing early on.
It is racism, and I guess you could say it's sexism or whatever sexual orientation because I'm trans. I'm African American trans female.
Right.
Right.
Did white people have an issue with it early on?
I don't know. I do know because I'm the Cleopatra,
Yes.
and they feel like fully change. I'm only partial, but fully change that. It's a sign of God and rising of righteousness,
There you go.
and it is.
And Kelly, if you don't mind, I remember you said you were 56, correct?
I know I'm 67. darling.
67. I apologize. Hey, don't look a day over 50.
Well, I look crazy because of what I'm going through, but I'm okay. My spirit is okay.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Uh-huh.
Just to kind of get an idea of your lifestyle to lead you up to this point, we're trying to more so kind of get how things were back in, let's start with your 20s or 30s. How was things then? Were you working at that time? Was it
I was a pre-med major, and I always played piano. I had ballet, jazz, tap dances, and voice training, and dance, and I just knew it was meant for me to perform,
right.
because I always sing, and I sing in the choir in church and stuff like that. And that was my passion, but my passion was also the academic part of me, and that was to study medicine. And, but it changed for me, jobs, and I was denied this and denied that because they said that they couldn't pay me what I was worth, and I knew that wasn't really the truth,
Wow.
right. It was because I was black and I was trans,
Wow.
with nothing being said.
Wow.
And so they came at me, baby, 30 going north.
Oh wow.
I mean, everything, they disconnected it, totally. And like they say, they wanted to get rid of me. And they plotted to do that, to have me killed.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, they did.
So that kind of suffices your 20s. Just going into your 30s and 40s, were things going well for you at the time, or were you?
Things were going okay until like 35. And I relocated from Dallas because it got too hot here. And I went home to Arkansas to my parents for a year. And then I moved to Chicago to where my only aunt lived, my mom's only sister. And I knew that I was going to be trailed. And Tom Joyner knew me. He had seen me, and I, said hello, blah blah blah, numerous occasions. And he was the fly jock. He did morning here in Dallas, and then Chicago, 2 to 6 or something like that.
Right.
But however, he kept on saying one day on WGCR that, can somebody tell me why is Muhammad Ali parked on the corner of 47th and Michigan? And I said, 47th and Michigan, that's where my aunt and I live.
All right.
Uh,
That's interesting.
yeah.
So even going into, you get, like you said, 35 and start getting a little rocky there.
Yeah.
You're back home. Um,
Then I moved to Chicago.
yeah, Chicago.
Right.
Were you in Chicago for most of your 40s, or just only for like a year?
I got there probably around 38. And I was in Chicago for 31 years in all.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it became home. Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of what I want to ask is, you seem very well educated. Again, it seemed like you could have had anything happen in your life. At what point would you, if you could pinpoint a moment in which things start going left, whether you could be working at NASA somewhere or in your current position, if you could pinpoint that one thing, what would you say what that probably was?
It was just me going for jobs and being denied, and I couldn't take no more of it, and then I went to Illinois and I couldn't get a job, and I went to hair school and I got my hair license and I was able to work in a hair salon.
Right.
Yes.
Outside of jobs, was there any pushback, whether from society, whether from just people,
Well, naturally,
family?
naturally, I had problems with, a few problems, but my family and my friends and my church, they were the backbone for me. Of course, God worked through them, right, to keep me living. I'm 67 years old, and they tried their best to wipe me away from the earth, but I'm still here.
There you go. As far as with this,
And they lied and lied and lied and said this and said that. All I did was crack. I never ever smoked no more than $30 at one time in crack. I'm not one of those $300. That would drive me crazy. I only inhaled just a small amount of that when I did do it. Right. So that was a lie too. It was like I was El Chapo selling drugs and people, police officer watching me and all that. It was crazy.
can you speak on probably one of the lowest times you had? I'm not gonna call it addiction or anything, but just maybe even utilizing crack. Was there a low point that you ever had to go through?
Uh, I didn't use it for sex. I used it to just, uh, uh,
You said you did not use it for
sex.
Okay.
No, because I what I went through, and I just wanted to feel normal,
Yes.
at least, or a part of life,
Exactly.
and just it chemically boosted me, to a small feeling. But getting high, I never did that.
Understandable.
Never.
Understandable.
I always had control of my mind. Just a little pull of it, just to balance me to function better.
There you go.
Right.
Okay, let me ask you. You got a new apartment. Where's it located? What do you want to get? What do you want to? What do you see changing as far as having this new apartment with stability?
Well, I'm not for sure. It's I'm not for sure if I'm gonna continue to live here in Texas. Those answers
You
I
don't
don't
know.
have yet.
Right.
But I'm just playing it day by day and putting it in the hands of the Lord and letting Him be my pilot right now, because that's all I have right now.
Exactly. I know we're about to come into fall, so I know it's going to get a little cold. So I was glad to hear that you at least have somewhere to say I could go and kind of get a little more shelter.
Like I say, they got my license stolen because I would not get Texas license because they were going to put M on them.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
I could have gone to court and let them know that I am partial surgical, I went to court for a legal name change, and they said that's all they could do, according to my birth certificate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Kelly, once again, I definitely do thank you for the update. As we, come around the area, we're trying to, feed the homeless, feed some of the needy. If ever we see you out here, we definitely will want to stop by just to get an update on you. And as we kind of get a more rapport with each other, definitely reach out to us if you can. I see you got a phone now, so I know last time you didn't have your phone out, so now you got a phone. I definitely want you to at least save where you'll see this at, and if ever you need, just a reach out, you got to be able to contact us. So I definitely appreciate you giving us an update.
All right.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.
Not a problem.
All right.
Whoa, when I make it, this one ain't better for y'all. My out there playing games, right? And I put this on my mama down. See, this was for the ghetto, street life.